What's up guys, this is Andrew from 4Runner Customs. Today in this video I want to show you exactly how to remove the steering wheel and the airbag on your 4th generation 4Runner. Whether you're doing some work on it or replacing some parts, this is exactly how to do it step by step. Just a quick reminder, if you want upgrades for your 4th generation 4Runner or older Toyota, check out 4runnercustoms.com. Now let's get into the video. To start, you're going to want to make sure your steering wheel is 100% straight and lined up. One way I'd check this is to kind of look and make sure that the steering wheel is sitting flush with the steering column. After that, turn the car completely off, disconnect the battery, and wait about 10 minutes. When you're working around the airbag, you definitely don't want to take any chances. From there, we look on the side of the steering wheel where the cruise control knob is, and we see that there is a little plastic cover, and there's also another one on the left-hand side of the steering wheel as well. These covers need to be removed with a small screwdriver. With those covers gone, you'll now see two star bit screws and plastic catches. These are T27 to be exact, although I'll use a T25 in the video and it works great. There's one on each side, and as you can see, you can't miss them. At this point, you're going to want to take a star bit. Like I said, I used a T25, and you need to loosen these. Now, they're not going to come out all the way. They're going to hit a point to where you turn them and they don't back out any further, but they're still stuck in the plastic clip. And at that point, you can reach in and pull back to remove it from the side of the wheel itself. With those out of the way, use two hands to gently pull back on the main center part of the steering wheel. If you tilt it up, you'll notice that it's connected by multiple wires that you need to take care of. The black one and the orange one can be popped out in 2 stages. First by popping back the yellow tab on top and then lifting directly out, as seen in the video. Lastly, there's a small ground wire that you can just pull straight back on. So at this point, the airbag piece should be completely free. You can then unplug a wiring connection that sits at the top of the open steering wheel and another one on the bottom right hand side, like so. It's also helpful to go ahead and remove this wire from the clip hook thing holding it still. I'm now going to use a 19mm ratchet to unscrew the wheel itself. So I put it on the center nut, holding the wheel still with one hand. I'm able to break it loose and then remove it easily by hand. The outer steering wheel is now ready to be removed. As you can see, it does take a little bit to knock it free and wiggle it off. Also make sure to slide the wires through the opening so that you don't mess up any of the wiring. And you can now take your stock wheel inside to transfer over some of the hardware to the new one. At this point, you'll find 8 Phillips head screws holding in different pieces of hardware. All of these screws need to be removed. I'm starting on the right hand side and just kind of working over each piece so I can transfer it to the new wheel. At this point, I'm starting to remove the cruise control stick. As you can see, that is held in by 2 screws, and then you push it in and it comes all the way out. I then decided to move on to this upper bracket here, moving the 2 screws that hold it in, and then along to the left-hand side steering wheel controls. Now, not all 4Runner wheels have steering wheel controls, so if your steering wheel does not have them, you can just skip this step. Now, in addition to the singular screw, the steering wheel controls are held in by a little plastic peg, so you need a little bit of force to pull that out. Basically, all you have to do is pull straight up and it'll snap out. And now we will finally move to the rest of the screws around the top part with the metal hardware. The last thing to do is remove the rear plastic cover held on by 2 C-clips at the bottom. This should leave your old wheel looking very bare and plain with no screws in it. So now grab your new wheel. We're basically just going to reverse the order of what we just did, starting with the plastic rear cover. So as you can see, this shows a little bit better the clips at the bottom that you're pushing over the wheel itself. So it'll snap in pretty firmly over the metal part of the wheel that's kind of square. As you can see in the video, these are clipped in all the way. We're now moving to this little metal piece with the red dot. You want the red dot to be on the bottom right hand side when installing it. And it also sits with these little metal bumps in the holes. So make sure to line that up like you see in the video. Once it's lined up, you can then take your screwdriver and screw it back in. You might notice that there's 2 different screws that don't have washers in comparison to the 6 that do. So at the top, those are where the non-washer screws go. They're a little bit longer. Those hold in the plastic. So I'm taking those 2 long non-washer screws and I'm going to go ahead and screw those in. At this point, I can grab the cruise control lever and slide it back in the reverse of the way that I took it out. It takes a little bit of wiggling to get it to sit right. You want it to sit flush against the metal, and it should be able to rotate a little bit like that. At that point, you can hold it down with one hand and screw in those Phillips head screws. Then I went ahead and gave it a test just to make sure it works. Now you're almost done. It's just time to reinstall the steering wheel controls. Like I said before, in addition to the screw, they have little plastic pegs that slide into the wheel itself. So just give them a push down and you'll hear them click into place. As you can see, it should feel pretty secure even before you put the screw back in. Now it's the same thing on the other side. Just slide it in, click it down, and then tighten up the screw. So now that's all the hardware transferred. This thing's ready to go back in the car. So now we're on the home stretch. We're taking our new outer steering wheel. First we want to slide the wires through the little hole at the top. That way they're in the right place. You might have to adjust the clock spring a tiny bit, but that's no problem. Again, you want to make sure the steering wheel is sitting straight up and down when you slide it in. The steering column where the wheel sits has metal teeth on it, so it takes a little bit of back and forth to make sure it slides in properly, but you should be able to get it no problem. At that point, it's already sitting on there, and as you can see, it's flush, just like we started. So you can take your steering wheel nut and start to tighten that up. So now I'm grabbing my 19mm and I'm tightening it down and torquing it to spec. So now you need to reattach those 2 wires that you took out earlier. There's the large one at the top that just presses in easily. You'll hear a click when it's in all the way. And then also go ahead and tuck it behind the little hook just to keep everything nice and tidy. And then lastly, the white plug at the bottom goes back in exactly how it was before. You can now grab your center airbag, tip it on its back how it was when you took it out. First I reattached the ground just by pushing down on the little prong. Again, I'm putting everything back exactly how it was. Here are the 2 airbag wires. Now again, this is a 2-part process. You want to put the clip in all the way and then push down the yellow to lock it in place. As you can see, it's a double click. Once you've got that taken care of, carefully slide the centerpiece back into the wheel itself. Take your time with this, make sure that everything is even and it's going how it's supposed to. It should sit flush like it was before. Once you've got that in place, you take the star bolts that were on the side of the wheel and move them back into their correct place so that they can be tightened and hold the center part of the wheel in place. After those bolts are tight, you just need to reinstall those little covers on the sides and you are good to go. Your new wheel is now fully assembled, reinstalled properly, and is ready for the road. So let's take it for a drive. So that wraps up how to remove and reinstall the 4th generation 4Runner steering wheel. Hope this video helped, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.